4093, Georgia ID number 2301. We are on Georgia 300, the Georgia-Florida Parkway, and we're about 2 miles north of the section that we had just identified prior to this on the tape. In fact, milepost 29 is back behind us about 1,125 or 30 feet or so. So we're about 2.2 miles ahead of the beginning of the last test section. We're still in the northbound lane. We've got a somewhat different configuration of pavement here. This is a different project. We have a total of 7 inches of asphalt concrete over 6 inches of soil cement base. The previous one we had 6 inches of had 8 inches of soil cement base and a lesser thickness of asphalt. We ought to have about identical traffic here. In fact, we do, as we had last time. There's no major interchanges between here and the previous test section. Subgrade here is indicated as being a clay sand. However, it appears to be more clay, at least looking at what's exposed here on the shoulder, than what we saw last time. Last time it seemed like it was borderline probably coarse, at least on the surface, and this one seems more to have more clay material. Again, I don't know if it's worthwhile to change classifications. I'll deal with that later on. This was selected for cell 2-54 in GPS 2. View, I'm starting out looking across towards the southbound lanes, coming back around. Just as before, we selected this one on a crest vertical curve, and the reason for that was these tend to follow the natural profile, and also they don't have any drainage structures in them. Okay, you may be able to see there's a couple of driveways on down behind us there, and just beyond that there's a post. That is milepost 29. Plenty of sight distance, as you could see, looking around. You don't have to duck, Dennis. As a matter of fact, we're going to close in. This is Dennis Richardson from the Georgia DOT. Look at that pretty face.
Oh, wait a minute. We don't say pretty up here.
Moving back around. One difference between this and the other section, that aside from the differences I've already described, is that we're in a very slight fill right in here. You can see that we drop off some before we get into this ground, which is not being